Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the promotional site for patch 7.1 for Final Fantasy XIV. This is just giving us our first few peeks of screenshots we've seen before, some that are brand new, and one in particular that's got people talking, especially Final Fantasy XI fans. So let's take a look at what we got. For those who don't know, patch 7.1 Crossroads is coming mid-November, almost certainly November 12th, given the usual timeline that we have, and Yoshipi's admittance that if you know how Final Fantasy XIV content releases, you probably know already. Also, I just realized, is there a reason? It's because I'm zoomed in that I can't actually see the whole artwork here. It actually is. Look, I got to zoom out in order to see the entire artwork. We saw this artwork in the most recent letter from the producer live. You can see you have Eden Gaia, the Oracle of Light and Dark at the top, I should say. The Shadow Lord, Prishe, Bakul Jaja, as well as the Cloud of Darkness. Now, parts of this are actually more clear after seeing stuff on the promotional site, which is very, very intriguing. Obviously, you know Cloud of Darkness, who I'm covering up. You can see her head poking out right there. If I scroll down, there you go. That's just the Chaotic Alliance raid. The Oracle of Light and Dark is Ultimate. Everything in the middle is the Alliance raid, which is crazy, because yes, I'm including Bakul Jaja in that little message. So where paths converge, fate abides. We have the actual main scenario, Crossroads, and a few screenshots. We just have the Warrior of Light inside of the temple, or inside of the castle, I should say. We have what looks to be a memorial to Sphenburn. At least I think that is a memorial. Of course, Wuklamata is there, probably stands by and yells, Sphenburn! Which is interesting because death is not really something that their society knows how to deal with anymore. So having a proper memorial to Sphenburn, I don't know, that's got to just kind of be weird. I'm really curious to see how that advances their understanding and feelings about it. You can see the regulator on this kid's head over there. And Wuklamata obviously has to deal with that as well. We also have what looks to be a flashback with Zoral Ja. We know that Galul Ja is going to be a part of this main scenario stuff, as we can see with his picture right here. And we just have an image of Kwana out in Shaoloni. As for the description, though the spectacle of living memory and its start to the star have been laid to rest, the shade of remembrance lingers both within and without the dome. Shade of remembrance probably being the shrine that we see right there. And outside of the dome, obviously, we have Galul Ja and all of his mysteries. As the Warrior of Light and their companions seek to help the people of two worlds move forward, they find that some secrets of the past must be unearthed. Probably the dungeon, which you do have some pictures of down below. Now, I know what the next image is. And it was one I wasn't ready for. I don't know what she's wearing. So this is Echoes of Vana'diel. And what we have here is an image of Prishe, the same character that right here looks like her original Final Fantasy XI art. For some reason, down below has this entirely different looking outfit. Now, it is still at the core her outfit that is the same bleod, the same colors, the same ribbon with the amulet on the front. You have the same shorts that she normally wears, but her hair is done up a little bit different. You can actually see the crown that's normally a little bit further forward on her head being used almost as like a hair tie for a bun in the back, and then her hair flowing down after that. So a different hairstyle altogether. Otherwise, has the Elvon earring, so keeping the detail from Final Fantasy XI. Glad to see, because that'll probably mean the other models are probably going to be more faithful to Final Fantasy XI's as well when we see anything like a Taru or a Hume or a Mikote or Galka. However, these giant fists and the things on her shoulders, I don't know where that's coming from. I have to wonder if this is some sort of like... So Prishe's character is very much about, it's fun and childlike, but also deep and dark. Like, she's got like a really solid mix of a lot of different character traits that I went over in a separate video. So this seems like the kind of thing she would do just in her like childlike kind of boredom in a sense. Like, you know, she was a kid who essentially never had to grow up, but at the same time bore the weight of a lot of people on her shoulders. So I'm just really curious what the reason is for the giant fists with the spiked knuckles on the end. Also, that is Bakul Jaja standing behind her, and they are in the lower part of Yaktel, probably pretty close to Mamuk. That actually begins to get us a lot closer to what is happening in the raid. So The description is, a pall of unease has settled over Yaktel, and memories of a world not of our own now find themselves buried in the woods. The Warrior of Light has set off to investigate, but what secrets will they unearth beneath those shaded boughs? So the big thing is the cenote with the portal to living memory. We have speculated that gate could probably go to other locations, and it seems likely that it is actually opening up gates to other shards and or other dimensions. We don't know what Vana'diel is just yet. Is it the 11th shard? Is it a different dimension? We don't know. Memories of a world not of our own is the interesting bit. So you don't have to wait too much longer. I don't want to spend too much time speculating exactly what it is, but to see Bakul Jaja be a part of this, I didn't expect. I thought his part on the artwork was going to have more to do with Galulja in the main story. I didn't think it was going to be tied in. Now I'm mad. Yo, is Bakul Jaja going to square up against Shadow Lord? Yo, are we going to get that? I'm okay. I like Bakul Jaja. The new dungeon, this is part of the main scenario, the Uiwata Field Station. Sometime past in the northern region of what is now Heritage Found, a peaceful Tonawawan village was beset by a Taral Vidral. Zoral Ja himself led the Landsguard against the peace-boundless fury, yet, although the first promise returned from the mission, few know of the fate of the village and its people. So sometime past would imply this is before Heritage Found was a thing. This has just now been merged into Heritage Found, after it was absorbed into the barrier. At least it seems, because you can, you can see this is definitely inside of the barrier right here. And then this image we've seen before, almost Resident Evil style research facility inside. We get a look at a mad scientist boss, and more importantly, a look at the gear, which I think is a decent set of gear. Now, in case you're wondering about who is wearing what, on the left is I think on the left is Striking. Hold on. All right, let's look at this. So we have this image right here. We can see the Bard is wearing one of those hats. Now, unfortunately, I'm colorblind, so it's hard to tell. I can't tell if that's this set or this set. I think it's this one. Just unfortunately asking the colorblind guy to try to match up colors, and all I see is two dark outfits. But you can see the other one is right here. So it looks like it's Striking. I think this one is a little brighter. So Striking is this one, and Aiming is this one. Okay. Then we have the Healers, which you can see has the frilly hat right here. So that means this is Healer and this is Caster. Then we can see the Tank right here, the Warrior, who's wearing this middle set, which means this is Tank. This is Maiming. And this is, what's the last one? Scouting? No, Scouting and Maiming and then Scouting. You can't ask me to do this. I'm going to be good at it. Yeah, so, Aiming, Healer, Maiming, Fending, Striking, Casting, Scouting. Right? Did I do it? I think I did it. It's an all right looking set. You know me, I'm not big on glam. So my judgment on sets is largely irrelevant. You shouldn't care what I think. And then finally, Sphenburn, which has the longest text of all of them. We already know. It's Sphen Extreme, right? But the minstrel couldn't just leave it at that. With harp cradled in his arms, the wandering minstrel sings a sorrowful song of a recreated queen. Helpless to defy the purpose she was given, the simulacrum sought to preserve the memories of her subjects by taking the lives of innocents and other reflections. Though she met her end by your hands, has she been further along in her ill-fated path? By the time of your confrontation, might she have proven unstoppable and gone on to wreak untold death and devastation? Such questions play on your mind as the minstrel's verse bears you away to a world of the imagination, where you once again come face to face with the dread entity known as the Queen Eternal. So for those who weren't really paying attention in Sphen's original fight, she actually, I guess I can't remember if she pulls you to or simulates calamities. She pulls you to shards that have already experience calamity. She pulls you into an earth calamity and a wind calamity in the original fight. We've also seen a screenshot of her now pulling us into an ice calamity. The question then becomes, A, is that the only other one, the ice calamity? B, if she was further along her ill-fated path, that would imply she was successful in merging the source And, well, I guess technically merging anything, but yeah, merging more worlds, essentially. How is that going to impact the fight otherwise? Because, like, that's already a lot for an extreme trial. Ice, earth, and wind, plus whatever she does in between. So, unless they plan on kind of just bouncing between even more of them, I don't know. This is a fight that needs to be good. The base fight, the normal mode fight, is very good. It's very creative. It's a lot of fun, great music. Endsinger was kind of the same way, but looking back, I think this is a lot of points over Endsinger, even in the normal mode. Endsinger was, for a lot of us, a disappointment when Extreme came out. A lot of the things that were iconic about the fight were kind of not utilized. Like, there's a couple of interesting things, but, like, honestly, like the planet thing just gets overused. It takes up too much time. It's not that engaging really to deal with, and that is one of the most notable things. This has literally, it's one of those fights that every elemental mechanic should technically be at its beck and whim. And creative use of the arena is something the normal mode does fantastically. The arena turning into an X, the gravity-based arena with the earth stuff, and then the ice, we already know there's bridges that will break. Plus, we already know that ice usually means slippery. So they have a lot of room to do some pretty creative stuff, not unlike Shinryu, actually, who is another fight that very creatively uses a lot of the different elements and the mechanics that are native to those elements. So this can be, I've got high hopes, but it needs to deliver. Dawn Trail's fight design, while, you know, Arcadian Savage was under balance, has generally been, in my opinion, a step up. We need to see if this is continuing down that road and if they can continue to deliver high quality encounters with the extremes, with the chaotic, with ultimate. It's going to be telling for a lot of us who play stuff at endgame. But either way, I'm looking forward to this. Maybe we'll get metal wings as a mount too. But if we need wings, honestly, one must simply make them. And then a quick overview of all the content. Main scenario, Alliance Raid, Dungeon, Sphenburn Trial, Futures Rewritten Ultimate, Cloud of Darkness Chaotic, Byakko Unreal, Pelu Pelu Society, Hildebrand, the custom deliveries with the train crew with Nito Ikwe, role quests, the finale, Wachumeki Meki finale, Hall of the Novice update, which looks great, housing update. Which part of the housing update is this one? It's the one that lets you change the interior to be between the different interiors. They're not doing the size increase yet. The size changing one isn't in this patch. That's something they're working on. But this is just the one that lets you change the interior. Doman Mahjong, new PvP gear, mounts, minions, emotes, the usual. So we just need to know when the chaotic stuff is out. Is it on patch or is it on 0.15? We need to know this. But anyway, that's our first peek at the site. We'll probably have more of this hitting the site next week, so I'm looking forward to making another video. We also have the live letter next Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific, November 1st, 4 a.m. Pacific. So, of course, we'll be covering that live here on YouTube and on Twitch. And we'll also be, of course, doing our usual overview for those of you who don't feel like waking up at the ass end of dawn. Ass end? It's more like the front. It's the ass end of the night. Shut up. Anyway, I will see you all in the next video. I'm going to head to the gym. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in that video. Until then, take care.